Greenpoint, Williamsburg Public Affairs presentation. This is Neighborhoods Today.
Hello, how are you? Welcome to Neighborhoods Today and the Cooking School of Fanciful Feasting. We've moved into the studio for today. I think it's a great time to start making some wonderful treats so that they're there when the children get home from school and you can have something that they will love. I want to show you probably one of the oldest recipes in the history of culinary arts, and that's magic bars. They were invented, I think, by semi-sweet chocolate, Nestle semi-sweet chocolate, 923 years ago. And they come into fashion, they go out of fashion, and they're just old-fashioned good. And they're very simple to make. What we need is half a cup, which is 1 stick of butter. We need a cup and a half of graham cracker crumbs. We need 1 14-ounce can of condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk. We need 1 cup of chocolate morsels, 1 cup of chopped walnuts, and approximately 1 1/3 cups of flaked coconut. And what we do is we need a pan. Let me get this right. A 13 by 9 by 2 inch pan, and I'm using a glass pan. And we melt the butter in the pan, and then we take the graham cracker crumbs without getting them, and we mix them all together. I'm sure at one time in your life you have had these things, and probably said how fabulous they were and not thought about them from here. Here we go. Now we just have to spread them out. And you want to know something? Using hands is just the easiest thing in the world, so let's do that. Doesn't that go quickly? Can you see that? I'm just spreading them out. Make sure I get them in all corners. There we go. There we are. Okay, that's the first layer. The second layer is pouring the condensed milk as evenly as possible. And I find the best way to do that is just to do it this way. And if you use a small hole, you'll get it really done better. And get it all into the corners. There we go. This is really going to taste good. You need to preheat your oven. Since this is a glass pan, you need to preheat your oven to 325 degrees. If you were using another baking pan, it would be 350. There we go. That's all done. Can this be easier? There we are. I want to squeeze it out and get the last bit. This is really good stuff. Okay. Then we sprinkle the chocolate chips over. You can get this done in the morning and have it ready for the afternoon. Okay, then we sprinkle the coconut. There we go. Make sure it's all nice and even so that everybody gets a good bit of everything. And it's okay to use your hands. Oop. And then we sprinkle a cup of chopped walnuts. And while we're evening everything out here, press everything down as well. There we go. And now what we do is put this into a 325-degree oven. Set our timer for 25 minutes and wait. The magic bars are ready. So let's take them out of the oven. There we go. Oh, they look wonderful. There we go. Now we'll let them sit for a few minutes, and then we'll cut them later, and cut them any way you want, in little squares, bars, whatever, and just enjoy them. Everybody, these will not be enough, and you'll have to make another batch in an hour, but enjoy. And if you want the recipes for magic bars, write to Neighborhoods Today at the address you see on the screen, or you can email the Cooking School of Fanciful Feasting at raskralph@aol.com. Okay? And we will send it to you.
These are teachers, but to the kids they've reached, they're heroes. Be a teacher. Be a hero. Call 1-800-45-TEACH.
I'm melting 8 squares of semi-sweet chocolate for a wonderful treat called Rocky Road. What I have here is a loaf pan that is 9 by 3, about 9 by 5 by 3, and I've lined it with wax paper, and now I'm going to butter the wax paper. And can you see that? It's a little bit messy, but you know, some of these recipes for treats would make a wonderful project for the children to help with. And it's so important these days to give children the responsibility of learning how to cook. And it also helps them to realize and to know what good nutrition is. Now what we're going to do is lay out about 18 marshmallows down here. And any way you want to lay them out. And the chocolate is melting. You know that when you melt chocolate, try to do it in a double boiler if you can. I improvised 2 pots here. And never allow the bottom of the pot that you're melting the chocolate in to touch the water. You don't want that direct heat. And also be very, very sure, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, excuse me, be very, very sure that you don't get the chocolate wet. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, well, We need more than 18. We'll use 18, we'll use 21. And then what we do is pour some chopped walnuts all over this. Okay? And then, for the piece de resistance, we pour this wonderful chocolate all over this. And make sure that we get it spread out all over. And it's best to use a rubber spatula here. You want to clean up this pot. Make sure you get all the chocolate out, and then just bring it to the edges. It's a very difficult recipe, isn't it? And I can never resist doing this when I'm working with chocolate. And then just put it in the refrigerator and let it chill. And when it's firm, we'll take it out and cut it. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you're going to enjoy it. If you want this recipe or any other recipe, to write to Neighborhoods Today, or you can email the Cooking School of Fanciful Feasting at raskralph@aol.com. raskralph.aol.com. raskralph@aol.com. I get my dots and things mixed up. See you when this comes out of the refrigerator.
For me, the wilderness is a place to practice my art, as it always has been for photographers, painters, and writers. For a scientist, it may be a place to seek the origins of life or find ways to save lives with cures for old and new diseases. For you, no matter what you do, it can be a place to find peace of mind and escape the pressures of the workday world. Unspoiled nature is an essential part of civilized life.
Hi, welcome to Neighborhoods Today and the Cooking School of Fanciful Feasting again. We are going to do something fabulous today. We're going to cover these in chocolate. These in chocolate. These in chocolate. And the salt and the chocolate, they're wonderful. This is a great, great thing for children to help you with. What I've done is I'm starting to melt in a double boiler a cup of semi-sweet chocolate. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of shortening, vegetable shortening. Let's do it right. Make sure it's the lights get to this stuff and it's a little difficult to work with, but we shall manage. And you know what? Again, the fingers were invented before anything else, so let's use them. And let's clean this off. It's one of the reasons I advocate to have lots and lots of measuring spoons and cups and things to measure with, so you don't have to bother washing them between. And we are now going to have 2 tablespoons of light corn syrup. Now this is going to help the chocolate stick. And again, I'm going to use my finger to clean out the spoon. And there we go. Let's cut this up. And get rid of this because it's messy. And now we're going to make sure that everything gets melted together. And can you see that? Never allow the water boiling to touch the bottom of the pot, because when it does, it's too much heat and it'll burn the chocolate. And never, never, never get water into the chocolate, because it will turn the chocolate gray. And you don't want a gray chocolate. Okay, we're coming to the point where this is going to all be melted down. And we're going to have some fun. What I've done is I've lined a baking sheet with wax paper, and put a rack there to allow the chocolate to drip. There we go, it's coming together. And I just want it to be a little bit more liquid. A little bit more. There we go. Okay. Let's turn that down. Now, can you see that? It's nice and smooth. And once the pretzels get dipped into it, now we have a very important decision to make. How far do we want the chocolate dipped? I kind of like them that way, don't you? You can let them run down. Okay. Okay, make sure they're twirled all around. This is a great thing for the children to help do. You may want to do a double dip. There you go. And there we are again, another one. Let it run down. And here we go. We're continuing to dip our pretzels. You can use shorter pretzels. You can use other kind of pretzels if you want. I just think these are great. If you wanted to really gild a lily, you can dip those in coconut or chopped nuts and, as I say, gild a lily a bit. And let's say this is going to be our last one. And we got to find a place for it on the rack. There we go. Okay, when children come home from school, you've got a healthy, great snack ready for them. And it's taken you 2 minutes. Neighborhoods Today will be back in just a moment, so come on back.
He protects all living things in the forest, but he can't do it alone. Please don't play with matches. I never, ever forget the words of Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Hi, we've got some freshly popped popcorn, and we're back here at Neighborhoods Today and the Cooking School of Fanciful Feasting. And as I say, we've got some very fresh popped popcorn that's a nice golden yellow because we put some butter on it. And what we're going to do is make popcorn balls, which is a great snack and a great thing for the children to help you with. And we have 12 cups of popcorn. We're going to add some black raisins, about a cup of that. And, excuse me, and we're going to add salted peanuts to make sure they're salted. A cup and a half of, I had to look at the recipe, would you believe it? A cup and a half of salted peanuts. And we're going to mix this together. Doesn't that look pretty? Make sure you get a nice distribution. And now we're going to make a sugar syrup in approximately a quart pot. We're going to combine half a cup of sugar and a cup of light corn syrup. I'm going to use this to get out all of it. And we are going to stir this stirring it constantly until it's melted and the sugar is dissolved. Once the sugar is dissolved, can you see that? Once the sugar is dissolved, we're going to let it alone and let it come to a full rolling boil. Now we're going to pour the syrup over all of this. Make sure we've got everything out. Then we're going to add 1 package of orange flavored gelatin. You can add anything you'd like. And we're going to mix this some further. There we go. I have a pan here with a rack in it and it's lined in wax paper so that it'll catch the drips. Smells fabulous. Okay, they're coming together. And what I've done as well is I have buttered my hands, and that will give you a better, well, and you need to let them cool down a bit. Keep your hands buttered, and you can pick some of this up now and reshape them. There we are. See how nice they look? Give them a few minutes to come together. There we go. And the butter makes them nice and shiny as well. There we are. And you can make them as small or as large as you want. Here, let's keep these back here. Okay. This is not gourmet cooking. This is just plain, simple, good stuff that the children will enjoy. And actually, you'll enjoy them as well. There we go. Okay, I'm going to continue these, and what they do is you get them in the put them in the refrigerator when you're done, and wait until they settle for a while. Give them a couple of hours to settle. So I would suggest if you're going to have them ready for the children when they come home from school, do them in the morning and keep them until they all get nice and firm, and enjoy them.
It's easy to find out if you have radon in your home. A lot easier to wear one of these.
Well, here we are with everything finished. We have the magic bars all cut in squares, the chocolate dipped pretzels, Incidentally, when you do these, I would suggest you just put them on wax paper, not a rack. And the popcorn balls. Now, this is the Rocky Road. I've saved it to last. And we're going to take it out of the pan. And you see that comes off very nicely. And because I buttered everything, it should not be a problem. Isn't that looking fabulous? Now we can slip it onto this dish. Fabulous. Let's get rid of this and this. Put them back here in the sink. And we can cut this. It's best to use a knife that's dipped in hot water. Oop. And there's the Rocky Road with the marshmallows and the chocolate and the nuts. I think your children are going to just love this. Actually, some of this is sophisticated enough to serve for guests. Remember that if you want any of the recipes, write to Neighborhoods Today or email me at raskralph@aol.com, the Cooking School of Fanciful Feasting. Let us know what you think. Send us your comments. We want to hear from you. This is Ralph Lupoli for Neighborhoods Today. Thank you so much for being with us.